We got a game versus Brentford, right? Let's talk about the Brentford game. Are you guys worried?
Yes.
Not about Brentford. I don't. You know what? Who said no? Maybe you guys can go first.
Who said yes?
I said yes.
Aslan, are you worried? Just quick poll. Aslan, you worried?
Yes, I am.
Comment section. Tell me, are you guys worried about the game against Brentford? Not the team, but like just our team. Look internally. Don't look at the opponent. Are you worried for that game? Gunnar Express.
Okay, then yeah.
Yeah. If you mean our team, of course.
Yeah.
Arsenal. But
I'm not talking about the opponent. I'm talking about ourselves.
Yeah, then yes, but I know you said not to, but I am looking at the opponent. I'm not scared of Brentford. I'll be honest. I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay. I did a lineup prediction and everything, and I was just looking at everything around the whole Brentford game. We're not going into this game so confident as a club, as a fan base, as individuals. Going into the first game of the season, have you ever been this underwhelmed?
Yes. We signed Petr Cech in the summer, and that was it.
Yeah, but that team was still better.
And we should have won that league title.
Yeah.
If we actually signed a striker. So
that team was still in the Champions League, guys.
Yeah, you signed Aubameyang in that summer, which we were rumored with. Yeah. We
walked the league title that year. We walk it, bro.
So that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Guys, quick question. Everyone tell me who's their starting right back week 1? Is it
Chambers?
Chambers.
Yeah, Chambers.
Aslan?
For me, Cedric.
Oh, that's a twist.
Okay.
That's a twist.
Different. I like that. Okay.
No one's saying Bellerin?
Who's starting as striker? For me, it's Lacazette.
Okay. I don't want to be weird tactical, but until you get James Maddison, you can't play Aubameyang up there.
Agreed.
You have to play Lacazette, and you have to put Martinelli on the left wing and have ESR in the hole. Once you get a James Maddison, Oba is my 9, easy. And Oba would be my 9 for the season with James Maddison. But until that happens, you need to have Lacazette. And and it'd be nice to have Oba on the bench because you know what? The one thing is I need a change of tempo in terms of I don't think we've got any bench options that will change a game right now. So stop playing the two together. It doesn't make sense. Like they really inhibit each other. It doesn't make any sense. Oba is useless on the left wing. Okay, like he's doing his best. Like I don't want to hammer him for a position he's clearly not done. You know, I don't want to hammer him for something that he's not built for. So for me, stop this nonsense of having him on the wing. Like Mikel should know better, right? Like that's basic for me. He doesn't balance his front line. He doesn't do it consistently. And, you know, you have to be doing that. You don't have excuses for that. Forget new players. Forget this anxiety about the transfer window because everybody seems to be all anxious about the transfer window. But I think these are the decisions you have control over. Yep.
Okay, so Leno in goal. Let me just do the ones
bro,
that we know.
Get Ramsdale in goal, man.
Let me just do the ones that we know is gonna happen, right? The ones that we know.
Xhaka and Lokonga are in the back.
Okay, everything else I really don't know what's gonna happen.
Really?
Wait. I know what's gonna happen, but I want to fill it in together as a group.
Right?
So Chambers is right back. Mari or Gabriel's back.
I think Gabriel's back, mate. He'll
is he fully fit though? Is he fully
fit?
I think Mari's going to start, but Gabriel is back.
I think Gabriel, the reason I'll tell you just medically is because he only had tendinitis. He didn't have an issue where there was any tear or any sprain in that sense. And so for him, it was a lot more just physiotherapy in terms of calming the scar tissue. There's no fitness concerns with him. He was definitely fit and doing exercises to do that. So I would absolutely start him, especially in a high line. And you're playing Brentford, who I know you don't want to say the opposition, Igal, but like they're a 4-3-3 team that step out and they actually build kind of like us. That's also why I'm not worried. They're not going to sit back. They will take the game to you. And their goalkeeper is really, really short, and that's not going to work well for them in Raya. And I think people that are saying that they're worried about Brentford, they're being really disingenuous. Even the most negative of fans can't look at that Brentford team the way they did the championship playoffs and say, they're a very sturdy team.
Their defense is horrific. If you take Pinnock and Henry out of that team, bro, they're right back. Janssen and their right back are shocking.
Okay.
Very shocking.
So this is basically like a little preview because I won't have time to do a proper preview because of all the transfer stories. Lokonga is going to play on the left, right? Or Xhaka is going to play on the left?
Xhaka on the left.
Xhaka on the left.
Lukonga on the right.
And then Lukonga on the right.
Lukonga on the right, yeah.
Okay. Who's gonna start on the right wing?
Saka.
Pepe.
No,
You have
Saka.
Saka right wing.
Quick poll.
No,
Will,
Saka's not starting because he's only had one
No,
game
I'm
against
with
Liverpool,
Gunnar Express. I start him, but I have him left only because I don't think Pepe works well on the left wing.
Yeah, that's actually what that's actually.
I mean,
I
wasn't going to start Pepe, but yeah.
I start Pepe right, Saka left, and Laka top.
George says Pepe.
I'd rather Martinelli and Saka, but that's not going to happen. I told you earlier. I'd rather Martinelli and Saka,
George,
but that's not going to happen.
That's what I was going to do. I was going to put Martinelli left.
Vizzy says Pepe is going to start.
Yeah, it's going to be Pepe.
Everyone thinks Pepe is going to start, right?
Yeah, Saka left.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Pepe on the right.
Okay, so Saka's on the left?
Yeah.
Okay, Saka
and then Laka up front.
Okay. Yeah. Is there anyone here can make a case for Aubameyang why he should start?
Not when Pepe's in the team.
No.
Not when Pepe's in the team. That's another thing. You cannot play Laka and Oba together, and I don't think you can play Pepe and Aubameyang together. You can't have two players in your front line that are low-touch players that want to attack the box. You can't. So we have to make sure that we balance it. It has to be Lacazette.
Okay, so this is our team right now.
Yes.
I agree with this lineup, barring Chambers. I would put Cedric in there, but I agree with the attacking front line and Laka up front. This would be my choice, but knowing Arteta, and you got to take into consideration that Saka has only just returned. Literally, only had less than a half of pre-season. Martinelli has returned, has had no pre-season. I feel that Saka's not going to start. He's going to start Oba on the left, and Laka up front.
Yeah, I've seen
and me personally, I am totally against Oba starting on the left whatsoever. He's 32 years old. I don't want to see Oba anywhere near that left side for him to be running up and down the flank at his age. I want him to play up front, in and around that 18-yard box. But again, like George said earlier, I would only see that happening if we actually bring the likes of Maddison in to play in the hole. And until he brings him in, I don't see Oba starting or
what about leading, this Aslan?
Leading the front line. So
what about this Aslan? Hector Bellerin somehow squeezes into the team.
No,
is there any way that could even happen, guys?
Wait, hold on. Let me say something.
It could happen, but it shouldn't.
Let me say something real quickly.
Well,
so the first lineup we did, that's probably what all of us agree would be a great lineup. But let's be honest, Arteta be working on some weird ways. You know, I could see him starting Bellerin. I could see him Alba going left, and I could see Lacazette going up top. Like I could see this exact lineup that Eagle's putting out. I could see him going with that itself. But realistically, that's not our best lineup. And just real quickly, George, what you said earlier, I want to touch base on that real quickly. Realistically, I don't think we're scared about playing the team itself. I just feel like us as fans aren't as confident in the team itself, which is why we're scared about the game on Friday.
But we shouldn't be, mate. Look, you know what? At the end of the day, I get in the doldrums for everyone saying I'm really hard on Pepe, right? I'm sorry. If Pepe can't worry Brentford's defense, that's not even on Arteta at that point. Like, this defense, Brentford, they are notorious for not playing their high line great at times. They leak in goals. They're not compact all the time. And they work very much like us where they try to do overloads and they want to isolate on the wing. So Pepe's going to have space behind to run in. And you know, if he can't go and he can't convert at this point, like I'm tired of people telling me Pepe doesn't get consistent game time. He doesn't do this. He doesn't get the opportunity to have an overlapping right back. Well, at the end of the day, he's got to go and put the ball in the back of the net. He's 26 years old, turning 27 at the end of the season. Are you sitting there telling me, even in a team that doesn't overlap, he's not able to make use of a high line and run in behind and convert?
But you see, I'm not worried about our attack against Brentford. I'm worried about Pablo Mari getting cooked by Tony. Because Tony's coming off a great season.
Hey, one second. On Tony, Tony's not like that. Tony's not a guy that's just gonna like pick the ball up and just do 46 skills and dribble past you like Hazard does. The worrying player you should worry about with Mari is someone like Mabuemo if he plays in the right wing, which he doesn't. He plays in the left wing. If they still had Said Ben Rama, then yes, I'd be worried a little bit more.
Same.
But they don't.
And Ben White's on the right, and Ben is
exactly. And Mabuemo is a good player.
Oh my God, guys!
Like George
you know
just said, Ben White won't let him get through. So
do you know what the date is for Friday?
Friday
Is
the
it
13th.
Yeah, Friday the 13th.
Who's our ref again? We have that one ref.
Kevin Friend.
Is it a coincidence that it's Friday the 13th?
Is it Kevin Friend? I thought it was.
It was someone. It's not Friend. It's not Friend.
No, I don't
someone
know who it
else.
is. I was just guessing. I'm not doing it.
Oh,
This is the prediction. This is the prediction from Who Scored. So they have El Neni in there for some reason.
Absolutely not.
Lakonga's definitely starting that game.
Sami's a beast, bro.
If Lakonga doesn't start, I'll be very surprised.
They're playing a two-man top with Henry.
Yeah, Henry.
I don't think they will.
I thought Henry was a defender in fantasy. Why is he?
No, he is.
Henry's a left back.
Fosu Henry is not the same guy.
Oh, it's not the same.
I don't think so.
Their injury. Oh, Josh Da Silva, former Arsenal player, is out.
Yeah. Oh, Ivan Toney's doubtful. No, he's playing. No, sorry, no, he's playing.
Ivan Toney's playing no matter what.
Yeah, they confirmed it today. Their owner.
Okay, so
Michael Oliver's the ref. I think.
Let me see this. Big signing. Ben White. Gabriel Holding fitness is questionable. Pablo Mari will partner Ben White. Thomas Partey's ankle. He's out for 3 weeks. New signing. Lokonga will hope to dispel result. What? And El Neni will okay, got it. And then
El Neni's not playing. We know that we can.
Taka will return to Arsenal training and will make the bench in the opener.
I'm telling you, we use that kid like a bar of soap. He is starting.
That's what I was going to say. Like when I understood what Aslan was trying to say, but I was like, bro, this guy played it for over 50 games last season.
He's playing. And when he came on, he was our most potent attacker as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Arsenal have won 5 of their have won their last 5 Premier League games, right? Arsenal have won. Okay, that doesn't mean shit at this point.
You want to know a crazy prediction? Everyone, it's the Friday the 13th, so something crazy is going to happen, right? Everyone's really negative about the game. I have a feeling we have a 3-1 comfortable win. That's my prediction for it.
What's everyone's predictions here?
1-0. 1-0 Arsenal.
Let's look at this.
1-1 draw.
Okay, look at this prediction. So they say Brentford won the championship playoffs last season. In a disappointment to earn their first time in the Premier League. Obviously, the result. Okay. Obviously, in the preseason, we were poor, losing to both Tottenham and Chelsea, drawing against Hibernia, losing to Hibernia, drawing against Rangers. They have us drawing the game versus Brentford 2-2. That's the predictions from this Who Scored website. If that happens, there's going to be meltdowns, you know.
Yeah, I think it's a 3-1, and you know what it is? It's going to be a 1-1 till about like the 70th minute, and then we're going to get a goal, and then we're going to get a quick goal after that because Brentford do really poor kind of chasing games, or when they do get equalized, they get frazzled very, very. They are us light. I made this point earlier in the string. They really are Arsenal light. If you do look at it, you know, they don't like getting pressed. They struggle a little bit more on mid blocks as opposed to progressive teams. I actually think this is the best opponent for us in terms of having a team that will come out at us. We struggle a lot more on mid or low blocks. So for me, I like Brentford. I thought this would be a great game for us.
Yeah, and then just before we get started, I'm going to do a season preview. I'm going to do a season preview one of these days. But right now, I just want to talk about this guy right here. Everybody has him in their fantasy team. Everybody's worried about him. First game of the season, people are talking about him like he's Cristiano Ronaldo or R9, Ivan Toney. Are you guys worried about Ivan Toney?
No.
Aslan, you worried about Ivan Toney?
Yep. If he's going to come across the likes of Pablo Mari, I'm very worried. And I didn't watch the game live, but when I saw his mistake on what he done towards Son, I'm very worried. Yeah.
Am I worried about Ivan Toney? Yeah, I like Ivan Toney. I think he does well in the league, to be honest with you. I think he's one of the main attacking options. I don't think it's enough to really worry us in terms of the result, but I think he's a good player. I think he ends up doing quite well in the league, I think. I don't think Brentford will be relegation candidates because of him. So, I don't know. I wouldn't take him on my team, but I don't think he flops necessarily. I don't think it's like a Pookie situation, if that's what you're asking, where someone who kills the championship and falters kind of when they get to the Premier League. I think he'll get goals, but I'm not worried necessarily when we face him. No.
I think the comment that said Ivan Toney is the new Ollie Watkins could be true. He could score.
I agree with that. I mean, I was saying that I'd take him at Arsenal a while ago. I like Ivan Toney, but he doesn't worry me in a sense that it's not him that doesn't worry me. It's his team giving him the chances to make him scary, like against us. Obviously, again, I agree with George. I think they will get relegated.
Do you?
I think it'll be. Yeah, I think I put them 19th. I just think their defense is too poor. I think as well. I think Toney will be one of those players. He'll come straight back up. He won't go down with them. Somebody will buy him because they'll realise that I think he'll do his best. He'll probably get double digits. But when you look at the defensive upgrades a lot of teams are getting, like Leicester getting Vestergaard, Chelsea Koundé, us Ben White, Varante United, they're going to struggle a lot against the big teams. So they need to get points against the smaller teams. And I think, again, the likes of Brighton and these sort of teams will be too much attacking-wise against Brentford. But I think they just need a new winger for me. I like Mbuemo, but I think they need someone else on the right wing. So unless they obviously go buy someone else on the right wing, which I don't think they're going to do, I just don't see them as an attacking front three being scary enough. But I do like Toney, and I think he'll do well, or I think he'll do the best that he can do with the players that he's got around him. But
I actually think Brentford do a Leeds. I really like their manager, and I think they got they got goals. So for me, the big worries about relegation candidates is do the teams have goals? And for me, I think Brentford does. I think they pull a Leeds where they don't necessarily pull up trees, but I think they're outside of relegation. I've got Norwich going down